It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning and welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Recktenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop whoop.
Scott Callies.
How are you?
Made it through another weekend.
That's a good sign.
I'm not sure when it started, but I know when it ended.
You were gone, I think, the night we got the big storm, though. That was Saturday night? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Came in hard. I know south of town, and I don't know how far where it started, but I know at the farm and stuff, they got straight hail.
Really?
Yeah, my dad said it was coming down hard, and you could hear it on the phone. But we didn't get any hail. We got a lot of rain, a lot of lightning.
Lightning and rain.
Yep.
Didn't lose power.
Nope. Nope. For us, like I said, it's just mainly a lot of rain.
Well, I was over in Northwest Arkansas. I went to watch my grandson play in a baseball tournament, and they got some heavy rain, heavy hail. I don't know how much rain they got, but they got a lot of hail.
Yeah.
Right around midnight, Saturday night.
Well, that's good. Not during the baseball game.
That's then they had to get up and play at 8 o'clock the next morning. So that's just entirely too early for a game I don't understand it like.
8 o'clock. Yeah, I'm with you. At least it's not as chilly. I mean, this week is going to cool down, especially like tomorrow and stuff.
It's going to be a little more than chilly.
Yeah.
It's going to be downright cold.
Yeah.
How was trunk or treat?
It was excellent, actually. We had got a lot of cars, and they just kept coming and coming and coming. At one point in time, and I'm not joking, they said that the line went to the Elks Lodge. It was going all the way down around the road and coming around. And I know people that got to the hot dog area had already been in line for 2 hours by the time they got there.
For a 25-cent hot dog?
Well, no, I mean, they had the booths that they went through already.
Oh, I thought they were coming to see you, Scooter.
Oh, no. There's just so many of them do, but some of them come for the other events, too.
Oh, okay.
No, it was really good. We cooked 800 hot dogs.
800.
And David Stroud did a great job. He actually was on one of the grills and kept going the whole time.
Nice.
It was really impressive. But it was supposed to go from 4 to 6. It went from like 4 to 7. So it was a little bit longer trying to get the cars through. But
well, how do you just shut it off? I mean, when you've got that many people coming, you sure don't want to shut it off.
And I know at some point in time they went out there and were telling people, listen, I think people are about out of candy, stuff like that. So, kind of I don't know what's going to be here at this point because we were well over the time, but people were still flowing through.
And that's a good thing.
Yes. And I thank all the wrestlers, both the boys' high school wrestling team and the girls' high school wrestling team. They, a number of them helped us with hot dogs and getting them handed out. And then the rest of them dressed up and went out and did the haunted trail. And people got to drive through and they got to scare them and had a good time.
Except you had one coach that was AWOL and he'll figure that out.
He'll find out. He'll find out later today.
The Hillbilly Chili Cook-Off was a success as well.
I didn't make it to there.
I did. I spoke to one of the judges on my way home last night from Fayetteville, and he said it was well attended and a very good event. When I left on Saturday, I drove through Yellville. It took me 15 minutes to cross the little bridge to get to the top of the hill.
Turkey Trot.
Turkey Trot was hot.
Turkey Trot is always hot. It is always packed. It is something, that area looks forward to, but they got a big pull. They pull a lot of people in there. It
was a good time had by everybody. I talked to Bob Zadora for a little bit on my way after I had got through the traffic and things, and I said, well, you got Turkey Trot? Oh, yeah. I said, well, how is it? He said, oh, it's busy.
I went, and I can talk about that during, but I will say I went to the cross-country meet.
Okay, we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Saturday morning, so it was a busy weekend.
Well, let's go give thanks for the busyness.
You bet.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas brings you the morning prayer each morning with all our respect is not only their motto, it's how they do business. Renata Jenkins-Byler and her staff all across the state with 29 locations to serve you, with one in Memphis, Tennessee, with all our respect. And now the morning prayer. Lord, this morning we just come to you, we just give you thanks for the things that you give to us to do in our area, such as the trunk or treat and the cook-off and turkey trot and just different community events to keep our friends and family active and doing things that are fun. And not every day and every moment of the day do they have to sit and worry about what's going on in the world and the different governments and our government and with the elections and non-elections and this and that. Lord, we just thank you for the ability to have a good time and just relax some. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect. Go check them out. Go talk to them about pre-planning. If you don't know where they're located here in Mountain Home, take a trip up Highway 5 North. Look for the biggest American flag you've ever seen on the right-hand side of the road. Pull in and go visit with them. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. And now we've got a commercial from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793 is their number. retiredarkansas.net is their website. And here's our clip.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z Team.
Welcome back to the morning show. That little clip is just hilarious.
I love it. I love it.
You'll do fine.
And I keep saying I'm going to, and eventually I'm going to go through the blooper reels because it was just as funny as doing it.
Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Realty here in Mountain Home. 870-405-0793 is their number. Each morning they present us with a beautiful shot of the White River. How does it look today? Just as mentioned, it looks pretty nice. Clip to that closer one.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, that is a live shot of the White River. You can see the water moving through. That shot's from Marion County, Arkansas, back into Baxter County, Arkansas. Go back to the other one.
Well, hold on. I got another one, too. Cause
you got another one?
I took a shot this morning.
You did, boy.
It wasn't
take
real
one.
early this morning, but I did remember to go in and take a shot of the camera where it was on the bridge.
What you're looking at there is the Rainbow Bridge there at the city of Cotter. Back to your right at about 2 o'clock, that's the old railroad bridge that runs through. Believe it or not, that old bridge is still being used by the railroad daily. But those are live shot. That one is a still shot, but they
Taken from the live shot.
Taken from the live shot this morning. Just a beautiful, beautiful location, and that's what we have here in north central Arkansas, just beauty.
I got to switch one more time because that is a nice shot.
That is a cool shot. And you have to really look to make sure it's a live shot.
It is moving. It is moving.
Yeah, it is moving. Century 21, Lee Mack Realty here in Mountain Home. These shots are brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. You can click on there and check out all the MLS listings. You can go there and look at the live views. There's about 15 different views you can check out. And on the wide pan, you'll see that Mountain Home is way off to your right. Mountain Home is off to your right. Bull Shoals is off to your left. Straight ahead is in the horizon is the fog.
No, it's just reloading. It does that every couple seconds.
Missouri is straight ahead, but right down in front of you there is the city of Cotter, Arkansas, with the Railroad Museum, Contractors Trust, the baseball field, and such. And we appreciate Bob and Linda Zadora one more time, 870-405-0793. Give them a call. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends, and they're busy, but never too busy to help you. And we'll take a look at some temps. Mountain Home, it's 44. Harrison, 44. Batesville is 47. Yellville is 47. Marshall is 41. Salem, 41. Mountain View, 41. Calico Rock, 44. Up in Missouri is West Plains at 41. Springfield down to 36. Poplar Bluff, 43. And St. Louis, Missouri is 40. Well, darn it.
Refresh. Well, they do definitely keep you up to date on that, on this map. I mean, it has you refresh it constantly to make sure you're right where
you want to be.
Yep.
Currently taking a look at the state of Arkansas across the way. It looks pretty good. Oklahoma is good. Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, Kentucky, all pretty clear. Down in Texas, there's some rain bands. Up north and around Detroit, there's some snow and rain both. New York's getting some rain. We're going to zoom back into Arkansas so we can get a corner-to-corner view. Rogers to Jonesboro. Rogers to Blytheville is cleared. Fayetteville to Jonesboro is cleared. Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock, Benton, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Greenville, Mississippi, and Texarkana, all clear. If you're traveling within the state of Arkansas, you've probably got a pretty good clear day to do that. Upper low ushers in frigid Canadian air. How about that, Scooter?
There you go.
It's going to get cold. We'll talk about that now. We've got a freeze warning coming in from the whole state of Missouri, the southern two-thirds of Illinois and Indiana, all of Kentucky, Tennessee, North Arkansas from Fayetteville to Jonesboro, all the way down probably to Little Rock. It's going to be cold.
For some reason, this map is not updating, so we're going to use this one and get rid of some of these layers here. Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay.
Well, can't do that. Okay.
What you're looking at for temperatures, high today is going to be 56, low tonight 28, high tomorrow 49, low tomorrow night 26. Wednesday 54, Wednesday night 32, Thursday 69, low of 41. All sunny and clear, but it's not going to be very warm. High on Saturdays or Friday is going to get back up to 76. Friday night low around 50. Going to be a good homecoming football game for the Bombers here this weekend. Saturday high near 77, low near 57. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high near 77. Pollen count. Tree pollen, none today, none tomorrow, none on Wednesday. Grass, moderate today, none tomorrow, none on Wednesday. Ragweed, high today, moderate tomorrow, and none on Wednesday. Bet that changes 3 times for then. Lake levels and dam reports brought to you by the Z-Team. Today, Lake Norfolk is 553.18. They're currently generating 1. They are 1.18 above full pool of 552. Lake Bull Shoals, 655.89, which is 3.11 below full pool of 659. They are currently generating 2. That's the weather and all the dam and lake level reports brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team, 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you?
Welcome back to The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We're looking forward to a freeze warning set for late tonight. Going to be cold, 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 cold.
Cold, cold, cold.
Down below 30. It's going to be pretty chilly. This is homecoming week, Scooter, for Mountain Home Bomber football team.
It is.
It is homecoming week. Got lots of exciting things going on around the high school. And they will be doing their Education Foundation Hall of Honor. One of the inductees that will be going into that this week will be Mike Bentley, graduated in 1975, graduated with my older brother.
Awesome.
Mike's been professor and all kinds of stuff. We'll do some more of that on Wednesday. Talk about that a little bit more. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you about? I want to mention to folks that the 2022 election forums will be on KTLO starting tomorrow. So they're going to have candidates come in and do their interviews and such. This is a pretty active race right now, and I want folks to make sure they're well educated before they go in and flip their trigger for whoever they want. So we've got general election JP races between Angela DeGroot and Johnny Rickman. That's for District 2. For District 3, we've got Donnie Huffine and Ricky Steiner. That's for District 3. Those will be on Tuesday. Wednesday, Mountain Home City Council race will be talked with Jennifer Baker and Jay Volkman. And then there's a race for position Ward 3, Position 1, Paige Evans and Marcella Norrell. And then city clerk will be Scott Lyles and Billy DeAustin. That's on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, we've got Representative Scott Flippo being challenged by Derek Huber. That's on Thursday. Then on Friday, the 21st, will be House of Representatives District 3 Stetson Painter being challenged by Stephen Jean Parsons. We appreciate Heather Loftus and KTLO for doing those for the community, and I really encourage folks to tune in to listen to that. So,
Awesome.
a little bit of sports. We've got a JV game up in West Plains today. That game will start at 6 o'clock. They'll be taking the trip across the border, go take on the Zizzers. We were talking about the homecoming. Not only will the Education Foundation do their Hall of Honor, but the Mountain Home Athletic will have their Hall of Honor inductees. Two of those inductees will be the 2008-2010 championship softball teams that played. Not back-to-back, but pretty darn close. So those will be going in as well. How'd the cross-country match go?
Went really good. Mountain Home, as far as the varsity boys, I know they won the first place. It was actually senior night, and I've never seen them do senior night at cross country, and they actually bring them out onto the field, and you walk them out, and then as soon as you walk out and they present you, then the runner sprints to the starting line, and the parents walk off the field. It was really neat to see, but there were some good numbers. Mountain Home did really, really well across the board, and just proud of everybody. It was a good job.
Real quick, we've got district volleyball tournaments starting around the area. Marshall is the site for the 2A North. Izard County and Alpena will get underway at 3:30. Guy Carter faces Guy Perkins at 5, and then the winner will take on Marshall at 6:30. And that's the only close one. Gainesville, on the high school level, Gainesville will host Mansfield, and junior volleyball, Harrison will travel to Farmington. With that said, we're going to wrap her up. We'll be back just a little bit. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This morning, my guest is Troy Kill. He's here to talk about the 42nd annual Driftwood Open out at Driftwood Lanes. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too shabby.
Good.
What is a Driftwood Open?
So we've been doing a tournament for several years now, 42 actually to be exact. It is basically a tournament for all of the USBC members in anywhere in the U.S. really, if they really wanted to. We try to focus on the Missouri, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Oklahoma, because most people come from that area. And then we have a big tournament with all of the adults, and it has a team event, a doubles event, and a singles event, and they battle it out for first place and try to get some money.
How many weeks will this run?
It starts the end of this month, and it is 4 weekends, so it's the very last weekend this month and the first 3 next month.
So it'll stop before Thanksgiving?
Exactly. The very last weekend is that weekend before Thanksgiving.
Okay. How many bowlers do you expect to have?
Last year we were at about 150, and this year we're hoping to have somewhere within the 200 to 250 range. We try to get a little bit bigger every year. Depending on travel, because of the gas prices, we're hoping to get at least 200.
Cool. How long have you been at the bowling alley, Troy?
I have been at the bowling alley since I was about 3 years old. I'm 26
as an employee?
now. As an employee, I just started as the manager in January, so I've been here about 8 months, 9 months.
And prior to that, you've been a bowler out there for a long time.
Yeah, a very long time. I've been there since I was a child, so it's kind of like my second home.
2 years?
Yes. Yeah.
It's too early for. I could have a lot of fun with him this early in the morning. But you come from a bowling family.
Yes, sir.
Your grandparents both bowled. Your parents both bowl. So you've been around junior bowling. In fact, you went to college bowling.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Let's talk about that a minute.
So I went to Lindenwood University in St. Charles, Missouri. They're a very prominent bowling school. I learned a lot under my coach. His name's Randy Lightfoot. He was actually a PBA member, so it was really cool to have a coach that has been at the top level, and I learned a lot.
So the Driftwood Open is a big deal for the center, and it's probably the largest bowling tournament outside of Springfield.
I would say outside of Springfield and Jonesboro. Jonesboro has some pretty big tournaments, so everybody comes down. We have people from Jonesboro, Nashville, Oklahoma, Tennessee, like Memphis area. We've even had Louisiana people come, and it's a pretty big tournament.
You know, bowling back in the 80s, 70s and the 80s was a really big sport, especially around here. But it's kind of lost its luster a little bit. But I think right now it's a little bit on a comeback.
Yeah, it's over the years it's went up and down, and we don't really know where that comes from. You see a big jump one year to where league bowling is down, but your open bowling, like people coming in just to have fun, is up. Like this year it was a little bit of both. We had more league bowlers, and we also had a lot of people in the summer that came to enjoy the bowling alley as well. So it's on the up.
A lot of that's the heat.
Yes, yeah.
Let's go somewhere where it's cool.
Yeah, our days at the bowling alley in the summer, if it's 90 plus degrees, we're busy. So
one thing that I think has helped the bowling industry is it's become a sanctioned high school sport.
Yes, yeah, and that is honestly one of the best things that USBC and all of the schools could have done. Like, it really was awesome for me to be able to have another sport besides for, your typical bowl or football, basketball, soccer. And you see, like this year, I know Mountain Home's bowling team has more people that signed up than ever. There's over 60 people that signed up, and we're normally sitting at like 30. So.
And you've got the Mountain Home Bombers will play. Let's say you've got boy and girl teams. They're going to have their parent meeting tonight at Driftwood at 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
But Driftwood also plays host to Norfolk,
Flippin, and Calico.
And also Calico.
Yes, sir.
So those are 3 local schools that use the facility. and you'll host matches there as well. Those will start
middle of November, this third week in November, somewhere around that area.
Yeah. For what people might not know about Mr. Troy Kill is he not only was a high school bowler here in Mountain Home, and we went on to bowl in college, but he came back to coach the girls team, both teams, and took the girls to state.
Yep, first year. It was pretty crazy.
And actually won state.
Yes, sir.
So
yeah,
you're not sporting your ring today.
No, not today. Got to go back to work after this, so I try not to ruin it. It's pretty cool to me.
Pretty cool little ring.
Yeah.
So the bowling teams will get together. How often will they get to practice in the facility?
So because we have so many high schools at the bowling alley this year, we've tried to, give them the same amount of time to be fair. And right now we have Calico Rock and Flippin practice on the same day on Tuesday, and then we have Norfolk on Wednesday, and then Mountain Home on Thursday, and we try to give all of the schools the option to have some matches on Monday and Friday. So
how does let's go back to the Driftwood Open. Is there anything special goes on if somebody bowls a 300?
Yeah, so we actually have several sponsors this year, and we put their sponsors on our sign-up sheets, and those sponsors choose whether they want to do like a gift certificate for all of the bowlers or add in an extra $100 if somebody shoots a 300. And this year we actually have like Plumley Tire, they're donating $100 to anyone that bowls a 300, so it's going to be pretty cool.
So you only have one donor like that, or you have several?
We have several. We have the hotel. They will, it's actually Days Inn in Mountain Home. They give a 20% discount to all the bowlers that come down. We have Precision Printing. They're the ones who did all of our sign-up sheets and sent them out for us. We have Colton's Steakhouse. They give a $4 off coupon for an appetizer or an entree. So we have a lot of businesses in town that really like to help out.
Good. And how many numbers are you expecting? Right now, you said earlier you're hoping
right
to get 250. What have you got signed up now?
We just got them sent out last week to all the places, and right now we already have 30 signed up. So it's about 5 teams worth, and we expect by that first week it's a little bit of a smaller week because not as many people are getting ready, and a lot of people we found out like to bowl on the very last week so they know what they have to get in order to win. So that week's going to be very busy, but as of right now we have about 5 teams that have signed up for the first week.
So they get to pick which week they
exactly. So you can
until
pick
one fills up, and then it's
exactly like for example, if our first week coming up here in 2 weeks gets full, they would have to sign up for a week after that.
Mm-hmm.
And one year we actually had to extend it because we had so many people sign up for that last week. We couldn't hold that many people, so it gets pretty crazy.
Fun times.
Yes.
Well, good deal. Troy, we appreciate you joining us this morning.
Appreciate you guys.
And best of luck at the 42nd Annual Driftwood Open. Driftwood Bowling Center is on Highway 62 east, just past Walmart, on the left-hand side of the road next to McDonald's. So go check them out. Go in there and get you some practice bowling going on, and best of luck to the high school season. You going to help with the high school this year?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I am helping Coach Craig Jackson, basically just assisting him, kind of getting him into it, figuring out what he needs to do. It'll be a good year.
Sounds good. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the Mountain Home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Where's my graphics?
It's coming.
Come on now,
I gotta
slacker.
change 'em.
Jeez.
Go ahead, just keep going. You're fine.
This morning we've got the volleyball coaches from Mountain Home Public Schools, Jill Daves, Shelby Upshaw. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
We appreciate y'all being here this morning. It's been a long volleyball season. Y'all have tons and tons of matches.
We do.
You really do. Seems like every time I look at the calendar, y'all are either hosting somebody or got headed somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where does volleyball start? Is there a feeder program for the volleyball program like there is for like top flight basketball and there's the youth football? Is there a feeder program for volleyball?
We are working on that. We have we do 4th, 5th, and 6th grade skills clinic, skill development, fundamentals. We do that every year. We're going to add intramurals to that this year. We actually have a 6th grade group that's traveling right now. They're in a West Plains League and a Batesville League.
Who coaches them?
Vicky Free. She's a 7th grade teacher at Pinkston.
Okay.
Her daughter's a 6th grader. So, yeah, we're trying to get that going. It's just hard because we don't have a lot of parents that know volleyball as much as they know basketball. So it's kind of hard for us to do ours and that at the same time. So we're trying to get some people involved to do that.
Volleyball becomes a school competitive sport at what grade?
Competitive, 7th.
At 7th grade. Not just intramural, but organized, travel around, host folks. And who coaches that?
Hope House and Tess Temple.
Okay. And Shelby, where do you start in?
I start in 8th grade. I have 8th grade and 9th grade, so I do junior high.
And how's your season been?
We just finished up, actually. Saturday was our district tournament. This year was a little different. I think I've had the biggest group I've ever had. I had 32 kids out of 2 grades.
Wow.
So, but they all got to play pretty much. Our season was really busy. Usually, I'm able to go to her games when they're home games or her practices and stuff. But this year, this is the most I've seen her, I think. So with having that many kids, we actually divided it up into a varsity group, which could be anybody, just how they're playing, just like in high school. A junior high JV, which could be anybody, 8th and 9th grade too, and then an 8th grade team. And the reason is because I had 17 9th graders.
Wow. Which
is the biggest, largest amount I think we've ever had. And then 8th grade I had 15 and then 1 manager. So my varsity this year was mainly all 9th graders. My JV was 9th graders and then a couple 8th graders, and then obviously my 8th grade team was 8th graders. So we just divided up the games, the ones that were labeled as junior high JV. We split them kind of even with JV and 8th grade. But my 8th graders finished 6-2, which was a huge improvement for them. They've gotten so much better. They're actually a really fun group. They're not as familiar with volleyball, which, like we've said, we've just started with the younger girls. So they've all just kind of done basketball or maybe softball or something, but they've gotten so much better. Our JV was 6-4, which was really good for them too. And then our varsity was 8-2 in conference and 14-8 overall. The 8-2 actually allowed us to be the 2 seed for the district tournament.
Where was that held at?
At Marion.
At Marion.
Mm-hmm.
And that was played on Saturday?
Yes. So volleyball's a little bit different. We play our district tournament all in one day. And last year we had, gosh, how many teams was it? Maybe 9, maybe 10. And so you could play 4 matches in one day, possibly. This year our conferences were divided because there's so many of us. So there was only 6, I think. And I think that was right. And so being the 2 seed, we split with Marion and we split with Annie Camp, which allowed us to be the 2 seed. And so we already had a bye for the first round, which was good. And then we faced Annie Camp in the semifinals, and we beat them in 2 sets, advanced to the finals, and played Marion. And we fell to Marion, but they were a very good Marion team. They have a very good program. So we finished district runner-up on Saturday.
So you're going to be putting, did you say 17 ninth graders?
17.
Into the high school program next year?
I hope so.
We hope.
I think they all plan to go, so.
In the junior high, do you find where those athletes, are they dual sport, multi-sport athletes? Will some of them go on to play basketball, or what will they go on to do?
Maybe 6, maybe 7 out of 8th and 9th grade that play basketball, but we got actually quite a bit of girls that play softball, and the other half usually run track. I've got a swimmer too, so.
So they stay really active?
Yes.
Yes.
That's good. Coach Daves, I bet you look forward to getting a whole group of 17 to come play. Wouldn't that be nice if they all come?
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Coach Daves, can you talk about the 7th grade program any, or is that something Shelby could enlighten us a little more on?
Well, what would you like to know about them?
Well, just, they get their start in their little traveling league that they've got going on, but how many matches will the 7th grade play? Do they play in a conference, or they just play?
Oh gosh, they played a lot this year.
7th grade had the most games I think we've ever had. Every game that I had, 7th grade played.
Yeah.
And I mean, gosh, I was 14-8, which 2 of them were district tournament games. So the rest of those were all 7th grade games.
Wow.
Pretty much. So.
And they're not necessarily in a conference.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go everywhere she goes.
They just play competitive and just and go.
Learn.
All right, so here, this is going to be Volleyball 101 here.
Uh-oh.
How many players are on the court at a time per team?
6.
Okay. This is not a quiz. I'm getting educated here.
Oh. Maybe we should ask you the question.
Heck no, because I haven't studied. So I asked you the other night when I saw you in the gym, you have one gal that's in a different colored jersey than the rest. What did you call her?
A libero.
And what is
libero.
that? What's the purpose of that?
That's usually your better passer on the floor, and you can have her 5 rotations out of 6 on the floor in back row.
Okay.
She doesn't have to rotate to the front row.
She's not a sub either.
Right. She just exchanges. She doesn't have
to
to
move
sub.
anywhere she wants to and doesn't have to come off.
Right.
Cool. So you have 1 per team of those?
You can actually have, I have 2 liberos, and I can switch after every set if I want to, but you don't have to.
But you can only have 1 on the court at a time?
Right.
Okay. See, I'm getting better, Scooter.
Okay. We're going to quiz you next time.
Next season. I'll study. So there's terminology that I'm really not familiar with. A dig? What is a dig?
That's what your libero does, mostly, the back row players.
It's a pass off an attack.
Right.
Okay. And a kill?
That's the hitter on the front row that hits the ball over the net.
And scores.
And scores the points.
Keeps it from somebody hitting it back, the volley back
Right.
that's a kill. When they can't volley it back, that's a kill.
Right, when it hits the floor.
Hey, you just thought I didn't know. So, volleyball it's just different. I always expected to see just like the tallest girls in the school playing on the volleyball team.
No.
You know, so they can kind of look over the net. But when I went to watch y'all, I actually went twice this year, believe it or not. And they're not the tallest girls.
They don't have to be.
But they sure move. I mean, they get everywhere.
Yeah.
And they better be ready to just flatten out on the floor too, because they're doing it.
Absolutely.
It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
So we'll visit about that a little bit more, because I really do need to get better educated. In the high school season, who was the toughest team you faced this year?
Well, obviously Greenwood is always tough. They've got a great program. At Greenbrier, they have a really good program. Van Buren, they have a really good program.
Your conference period is
the
just
conference,
tough.
Yes. There's nobody. We just know that we're gonna be able to go and just roll over. It's gonna be a fight every night. It's a very good conference.
And you're about to wrap up your regular season?
This week, we have senior night Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And then we go to Alma Thursday, and then the state tournament.
No conference tournament?
No, not in 5A.
Okay. Why is that?
Because there's so many teams.
Yeah, I think there's more teams. In the 4A, they have conference winner, but then they have a district tournament, I think, for seeding.
Where will your state tournament be played?
Greenbrier.
In Greenbrier. Is this their first time to host that, do you know?
I think it is. At least since I've been here, it is.
So let's talk about the composition of your team. How many seniors do you have this year?
I have 3 seniors. I have 3 juniors and 8 sophomores.
Okay. Will the freshmen that finished up Saturday, will any of them come up to be part of your team during the last couple of games, or do you invite them to come be with you and play?
We're actually moving 3 up.
You're moving 3 up to play.
We can only have 18 on our bench at state tournament. So obviously there's 17 of them, and I have, so I can't move them all up. I would love to move them all up.
Right.
It would definitely make our practices more competitive, but.
Would you travel them all?
With the 3 that I'm moving up, they'll travel
Just the
with
3,
us.
but you couldn't travel the whole
No.
9th grade?
No.
To give them a taste of what it's about?
No. It'd be
nice.
It would be nice. It would be nice. Yeah.
How many days will the state tournament be?
I believe it starts on Tuesday of next week. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the finals are Saturday.
We all travel back and forth or just stay?
It depends on what time we play. I think depending on where we finish, it could be at 12 on Tuesday or 6. So if we play at 6, well, even if we play at 12, we'll probably just drive up that day. That'll be, that's what we're used to.
And Mountain Home's got to be well versed in travel, no matter what sport it is. You've got to be
Absolutely.
ready to go. Bring a pillow.
Yes.
And a snack. You know.
They're used to it.
You
Yeah.
just gotta go.
They're used to it. They can sleep in their own beds. They're tough girls.
Tough stuff. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. Monday Morning Sports, Coach Jill Daves, Coach Shelby Upshaw, Mountain Home Volleyball. When we come back, we're going to talk about volleyball in general and how the season's been going and what we can look forward to. Be back in just a moment.
Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going? See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
It's a matter.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Jill Daves and Coach Shelby Upshaw, Mountain Home Bomber Volleyball. Coaches, do the girls play the same number of matches when they compete? Because I think I noticed, I'm confused. So a match is first to 25, is that right?
Match is the whole game.
The match is, a game is first to 25, and a match is 3 games?
A set is 1 to 25.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we play.
Get this down.
High school plays 3 out of
There
5
will be a
sets,
quiz.
which equals a match.
Okay, 3 to 5 sets.
3 out of 5, yeah.
Okay, 3 out of 5.
Which is considered a match.
But junior high does not.
We played 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. And the third, the tiebreaker is not to 25?
15.
It's the first 15.
Right.
Okay. So I'm figuring it out. It's going to be good. Yeah. Before you know it, I'll be standing on that ladder going, beep, beep, blowing the whistle.
Tough job.
It is.
It's like an air traffic controller up there doing all those arm movements and things. Have fun. How long have you been coaching?
10 years.
10 years. All volleyball?
Basketball, too.
Basketball, too. And what grades do you coach in basketball?
7th grade.
Shelby, what else do you coach now?
Softball, still.
Still doing softball. And how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing both for 6 years.
6 years. And Shelby, congratulations on you and your 2008 and 10. You weren't on the 10, though. You were on the 8.
Both.
You were on both.
I was a freshman in 08 and junior in 10.
And you're going into the Mountain Home Athletic Hall of Honor.
Thank
That'll
you.
be a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
A little reunion.
A little bit of a reunion. Have been a lot of response from those girls? Are a lot of them going to come home to?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think we've got, I know quite a bit from when I was a freshman, so a lot of the seniors are coming back. And then there were 7 of us, I think, that were on the both teams, and most of us live here. And but I think a lot of people are coming, so it should be a good reunion for all of us, and Dale too.
Coach Davis, what is your current record for your volleyball team?
15-6.
15-6. How are you in conference?
Let's see. Conference, we've lost to Greenwood twice, Van Buren, and Greenbrier. So we've lost 4.
So how were you set going into the state tournament? As of today, how do you set going in?
As of today, I believe it's 3. But it just depends on. I try not to look ahead. You know, some people like to look ahead. I feel like that jinxes me sometimes. So I just wait till the last week and then I go look.
But right now, if the tournament started tomorrow on Tuesday,
should be the 3 seed.
You would be in the 3 seed. And who you're hosting tomorrow night?
Greenbrier.
And they're going to be the host team for the tournament.
Correct.
So this will be a
very big game for us. It'd be really good to go 2-0 this week. That way we can have that 3 seed.
And then next week you will.
It's a state.
But I'm sorry, the next match will be, or the next game will be Alma, you said?
Thursday.
On Thursday. At
Alma.
So do you normally home one part of the week and then away, home and away, home and away, or is it just
should
kind of
be
bounce
that way,
around?
but it kind of bounces around. Like I think we went to Greenwood and Greenbrier in the same week. So sometimes it goes home and away, but not all the time.
How is your crowd participation in volleyball? Does that,
when
I was
great.
there that night, there was a lot of noise.
Great.
Does that mess y'all up? Does that mess with your players any?
No, they love it. Our student section is the best that I've seen in the state of Arkansas.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh, they're wonderful.
And
Fantastic.
More the better.
More the better.
Love to have that whole one side just full of students
Yes.
instead of just the end.
They're awesome. Awesome.
How about for junior high?
Junior high this year, we actually played in the junior high gym. So, you know, I don't think we've played volleyball in there, at least since we've been coaching. We've always had games at the high school, which, you know, we don't have as many attendance as we would in high school. But having 3 matches, 7th grade and an 8th grader JV and then a varsity match, there are quite a lot of people there. And I guess I just never realized how loud that junior high gym can be, especially during like basketball season. But we had quite a few games where it was loud. Like, I mean, the girls couldn't even hear any of us talking to them or each other. But it was a pretty good atmosphere. Kind of reminded me of Marion's volleyball gym. Very just kind of closed and packed. So everything is super loud. So I couldn't imagine what the student section for their games would be like in there. It'd be crazy loud.
Yeah.
Who's your assistant coach, Dave?
I have the worst assistant in the state of Arkansas.
The worst one?
My husband.
That wasn't even nice.
He's fantastic. He's great. He's great. I had to do it. Don't tell him.
I had nothing to do with that. How about yours? Who helps you?
I have a new assistant coach this year. Her name's Jordan Campbell. She's assisting for me and for junior high basketball. Hope House was my assistant last year and did 7th grade, but she's a new mother, so she just stuck with 1 grade, so she's the head coach for 7th grade. And Jordan's my assistant coach, and she's done really well. I really enjoyed having her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So volleyball is a big sport for the Lady Bombers, and they can seem like when they start, you don't have a lot of quitters. You don't have a lot of folks that just drop out. It seems like that it holds together well. What's the key to that? What's the key to keeping somebody that starts in the 7th grade and graduate them out on senior night?
I think it comes down to kids wanting to compete and be willing to fail and learn from it and compete with their friend. You know, it's so easy for kids to quit these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it gets tough, if it gets hard, it's just easy to quit. And I think volleyball's fun and they enjoy it, and you know, they want to compete. Like her 9th grade group, we can't hardly get them out of the gym. They're little gym rats. They just love it. She could probably practice for 3 hours and they want to stay and work after. And you know, you don't really get that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know when we played, that's how we were. You know, we wanted to be in the gym, we wanted to compete. But I feel like this day and age, you know, kids it's just easy to quit. And it's sad because, you know, that carries on in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we have a sport that's fun, and we teach them at a young age how to compete with each other, and it's okay if you're failing right now. And how do you handle that? How do you overcome it? And how do you get back out there? So we really try to, you know, teach them how to do that at a young age.
And volleyball is a huge game of mistakes. I mean, y'all might not notice it as being in the stands and stuff, but we notice it. But it's a game that you can play off each other's mistakes constantly. That's the whole game. It's so fast-paced, where they don't have time to think about their mistakes, which is really good. And I think that's I know at a younger age, because, kids don't like to fail at all. And like she said, teaching them to compete, we try to tell them to have that mindset to let go of that mistake, move on to the next ball, because it is so quick. And I think that's really helped us a lot. They're not really afraid to make mistakes anymore. Some days, of course, they're kids. But I think overall they've gotten a lot better of just moving on.
When you start a season off doing well, you're winning most of your matches, and then you run into someone that just annihilates you, takes care of you, and then they come to your home and they do the same thing. How do you keep your girls pumped up for the next set, for the next match, for the next team that comes to town or the next one that you travel to? How do you get them back on a positive note?
Learn from the loss, talk about it, get it out, what are things you did well, what are things that we need to work on. Keep reminding them, yes, we didn't win the game, but we have the next one to focus on, and just build from that loss. I mean, you learn a whole lot more from losing than winning. So, just teach them how to do that.
Help them, because that's helping them in life too.
Absolutely.
Because you're not going to always be the one that gets picked first for the job, or
right.
You're not going to always finish first. You're going to lose. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And like you said, quitting is just so easy. I say the same thing about divorce. Marriage is something that's supposed to last forever. It's not something that's supposed to be, well, I'm just going to go file for divorce. It's not always going to be peaches and cream in the land of milk and honey.
No.
You've got to be willing to fight in battle.
Absolutely.
If you really think it's going to work, you got to put some work into it.
That's right.
And it's not, I'm going to do all the work or she's going to do all the work. You got to work together, and just like a team. Your volleyball teams, I could tell, even though I've only been to 2, you can tell that there's a team there. It's a true team. These girls work together.
Yes.
And they practice together, and they spend a lot of time together off the court and on the court. You can tell that by just looking at them when they come out and take the court.
Yes.
They demand their presence.
For sure.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I really like watching that. So, with your matches coming up and with your state tournament just around the corner, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And how that goes, and congratulations on your conference finish.
Thank you.
Third is better than not placing at all. Second is better than not placing at all.
Yes.
And like I always told my kids as they were growing up, somebody else is applying for the same job that you're applying for. There's only going to take one. You can only have one winner. So be prepared to not get that. And if these kids would understand that, they wouldn't beat themselves up so badly. And that's what's sad, is they do that. And unfortunately, some coaches ride on that. But you can tell by watching your girls play, they do not. They chef it off. You got 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we're looking to the next one.
It's over.
It's done. My grandma used to say, don't cry over spilt milk, just quit kicking the cat.
Right. Yes.
Right?
That's a good way to put it.
Just one of those things. Ladies, we really appreciate you taking the time to join us. Best of luck to you tomorrow night. Now, Shelby, will you go on to your next sport now, or will you hang around and help with the senior
I'll
high?
finish up with her team.
Getting a cramp.
I'll finish up going to their senior night tomorrow, then to Alma, and then to state, and then I'll go on to softball.
And softball just around the corner.
It is. Be here before you know it.
And basketball for you? When does that start?
We've actually started practice. I believe last week was our Wednesday. We started practice.
And season starts when?
November.
I think it's like 8th or something.
I think that's right.
Just a couple weeks down the road.
I think we open with Harrison.
Oh, what a way to open.
Yeah, we're ready.
Ready?
We're ready. We're mean.
What grade?
7th.
Just 7th.
Just 7th.
That's enough.
I love it.
How many teams will they have in 7th grade basketball for girls?
Just one.
Just one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good deal. Scooters, anything else you want to throw out here?
No, I'm excited for tomorrow night. I'm going to be out there.
Oh,
I go to more games than you do, so I'm just saying.
Thank you, Scooter, for your support. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Anytime. I love it.
Yeah, thanks, ladies.
You're invited to come too.
I am invited. I'll be there. Yep,
Okay.
I'll be there. Sounds great.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a good time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having
Been
us.
watching the morning show on XL7-TV. We'll see you tomorrow.